the YouTube as well. So, all right. So here we are. So this is my collection room. This is where I have everything on display. You can see the Wendiceratops in front of me, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. I've actually got some close-up on the YouTube side, and I'm trying to get it close up on the other side, but I don't want to take away from the background, because I thought the background would be cool. So right now with the YouTube thing, I'm hoping I can see comments. So anyway, if anybody has any comments or questions, please feel free, because I like anytime I go live, I like it to be as interactive as possible, talk to people. That's why I figured another reason why I figured I'd do it in here too, because this time I'm facing the camera, you can clearly see me easily. So, and I got this little turntable so I can talk about different things. So I'm gonna actually move the Wendiceratops off to the side for a minute. I'm gonna bring something else out so you can see it first. I gotta be careful here. Whoa! I knew that was coming. I just gotta push off to the side. There we go. That's fine. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna bring out. Yeah, I'm gonna move out of the way so you guys can see different spots of that collection here. I'm gonna bring this guy up to the forefront so we can talk about him first. So this is the 15th scale Yangchuanosaurus. I'll get him in the turntable there. I should have actually used the yeah, I hear you, Liam. It's taken a long time. So for the guys watching on Facebook, if you want a different angle, you can also head over to YouTube. It's actually seems to be a little bit closer up. So, but this is the 15th scale Yangchuanosaurus. I just finished. I just painted him up last week. I've been posting it everywhere, so I'm sure you're probably sick of seeing it by now. But anyway, I just figured I'd let everybody know who hasn't seen it before, and that this is available now as a resin model kit. You can get it directly from me if you want. Just message me on the Dinosaur Dungeon. You can message me on the Facebook page, and then we can go from there. And I usually do PayPal. Another place that it is available is at Dan's Dinosaurs. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Dan's Dinosaurs, but it's an awesome place to buy dinosaurs. You can get pretty much anybody's dinosaurs from there. So that's another place, and every sculpture that I do is available from there. By the way, thanks for the comment, Donna. I'm glad you like it. The paint job was a little bit of an evolution for me. When I started out, I actually didn't. This isn't what I saw as a finished product, but this is how it turned out. So I kind of like the brown going into the bright greens on the face. So it turned out well, and it was a little bit. I like to push myself with the paint schemes. Like every time I do something new, I like to try and do a little bit harder paint scheme. So that's where I'm at with this. This dinosaur, although I'm using it for promotional and it's sitting on my shelf right now, it actually will be going away to a customer who ordered one painted up, as long as this is the paint scheme that he likes. So he probably will. So this will be heading out probably in a week or so, depending on how things go. So, which actually in part makes me sad because I do like it enough that I wish it was staying on my own shelf, but I will probably repaint my own with a similar color scheme. So anyway, that's it. So this guy's huge. This is this is over 2 feet long. I'm pretty sure it's 26 or 28 inches. I can't remember offhand now, but it's a little bit bigger than Shane's Allosaurus. If any of you are familiar with that, I'm sure you are. From what I remember, it's one of his most popular pieces. So a lot of you, and it's actually just up above here. If I could move the camera, I'd show you that it's actually up above. Actually, here, I'll lean in and tilt the camera up. You can see a Jurassic Park T-Rex up there, and then 2 of Shane's pieces along with Shane's Styracosaur and the unpainted Spinosaurus. So there's a few things up there. Yeah, I hear you, Donna. I hear you. But I'm pretty sure you're a good painter yourself, so you'd probably just want the kit. It'd be actually really cool to see the kind of paint scheme that you would do with this guy. Oh, we got a question on YouTube about what species is that. Now the dinosaur is Yangchuanosaurus. The species, I cannot remember the name of the species offhand. I have it written down in my art studio. I do have a small library here that I could research and go through. But yes, it's based on a 35-foot animal. Yeah, yes, Yangchuanosaurus did actually get that big. I got that information. Actually, I'll show you the book. This is a must-have for anybody. This is the second edition. I do have the first. If you're going to get into sculpting dinosaurs and you need some reference, this is the book right here to get. Oh, you're welcome. So actually, we'll flip it open right here. Let's see if I remember quickly, and I'll show you. Ceratosaurus, Dilophosaurus. Oh, here we go. Here's it's going to be near Allosaurus. Oh, here we go. There's where I got my facts from right there. There's the adult. That's what it looks like. There's the one we're most familiar with, which is now, according to this book, classed as a juvenile. But anyway, if you need a book, let me get it up to you guys too. Then that's a good book. All right. So now the next thing I'm going to talk about quickly. I'm not going to do too long of a video tonight, and unfortunately, of course, now that I decided to do this live, one of the horns came off. That's because they're only lightly glued in, because I actually have to take him apart to mold and cast him, so this horn is not going to stay in. But that's okay, because you can get an idea. That book, by the way, is the Princeton Field Guide to Dinosaurs by Gregory S. Paul, and it is published by, well, Princeton, would be the Princeton University Press. So this is the next one here. Now this is the original sculpture you're looking at. The last one, the Yangchuanosaurus, was a cast. That was the first casting. The molds have already been made. That's why it's now available. What you're looking at here, though, is an original sculpture. So this is Wendiceratops. You can see the little hole where the horn was, but that's okay because it'll give you an idea of how things are molded and casted too. These two horns will have to come off for the process, in which I'll make keys, like little square keys on this end, and then we'll drill this out and push it in, and that's how we make the keyholes. So that's what's going to happen here. But yeah, this is Wendiceratops, again, around a 1/15 scale. Species name is Ponoriensis for this one. But yes, you're looking at the original sculpture. I decided to paint this one up because right now I'm doing pre-orders for this on my Dinosaur Dungeon Facebook page. So if you head on over there, I'm doing pre-orders. It'll take probably 3 or 4 pre-orders, and then I'll start heading on with the making of this guy. But I figured I would give you a preview right now so you could see what it looks like. This is actually the base that it will come with when it's done, just a basic base. So that's pretty much, the legs will be cut, and the tail I'm probably going to keep on because it's just a short tail, so I'm going to keep that going. I saw a comment and I just want to go check and make sure. I saw a comment here. Oh, it's okay. Sorry, it's not about this, so I will leave that for later. Yes, you're right, Liam. He does have a little issue. Some people have an issue with Mr. Paul about his lumping dinosaurs together. You know, the whole Deinonychus velociraptor thing too. Hence why we have large raptors in Jurassic Park. So I would agree with you on that. For the people on YouTube, I'm answering some questions over on my Facebook feed, and one person was just commenting that the author of the book believes that Torosaurus and Triceratops are the same animal at different times in their life. A lot of people believe that's incorrect. I believe that too. I don't believe that he's accurate with that. But I guess that's what science is all about, is debate, right? So, but anyway, definitely good art. The skeletals are just awesome for doing the sculptures. That's what I do. I print the skeletals, blow them up, and lay them flat, and build my armatures on top of them. So, but anyway, I'll show you this cool trick. So I made the Wendiceratops head to remove itself. It can be taken off because, again, for molding and casting. So I can bring this in so you can see some close up. I'm just going down here to the YouTube first, and you can see that when I made the armature, I did it with this square brass tubes, and that's how I can, and you can see if I zoom that in, I'll pull that up for you guys too, so you can see that when I did the skull, I put this square brass tubing in, and that's how I got it to that's how I got it so it couldn't be connected and disconnected for use later on. Thanks for all the cool emojis. I just saw an angry one and a sad one and a flower. So, but anyway, I want to get this guy molded and casted and get it Do I know anybody from Brazil who makes dinosaurs? Not offhand, but I can check that out for you. I do have a lot of people I follow on Facebook who are sculptors from all over the world, so I'll definitely check that out for you. So yeah, I can see this is a pretty big sculpture in itself. It's not as long as the Yangchuanosaurus, but it's a lot wider. So, but anyway, like I said, it's available now for pre-order. Dinosaur Dungeon Facebook page. So head on over there right now, check it out, and if you're interested in grabbing one, then I'll be able to start molding and casting this guy right away. But I just wanted to show you guys that. So that's my two main things. I also have some other dinosaurs that I have for sale, then I'll quickly show you. I'll just pull them up quickly. Actually, let me move Wendiceratops off to the side. There we go. Oh. Alright, so this is my Yangchuanosaurus. He's been available for a while. This is a 1/15th scale Yangchuanosaurus. I actually made him originally for myself to go with Shane's Allosaurus. I wanted someone to I wanted Shane's Allosaurus to be chasing someone. Sorry, just checking out some comments here. Sorry about that. Alright. But then I ended up realizing that it would be good, and a lot of people asked for it. Some friends of mine were like, oh, well, you should just mold it and cast it and sell it. So this is available. Again, 1/15 scale Yangchuanosaurus. You've seen it before. It's actually been available for quite some time, but I figured I would just show you again. And it is available on eBay, or I think it's on eBay. Definitely Dan's Dinosaurs. I'll show you right there too. Get it in. Alright, so that's good right there. So I'll spin it around. Alright. So we'll take that guy off, and the last one I have is the Yangchuanosaurus. I need to rebuild an original one. This one was a customized one I did. This is to go with the Yangchuanosaurus. So this, normally he stands kind of like this with his head tilted and stuff. So this is actually a casting that I made, and then I cut it down and made it rearing up on its hind legs. So you can also get that now. So I have Yangchuanosaurus, Yangchuanosaurus, and Yangchuanosaurus all available as kits, and Wendiceratops will be a kit shortly, and I will show you guys. Well, I'll just take them off the base. This here is unfortunately no longer available, but this was actually my first produced sculpture, and you can go back and look at it in YouTube. I did videos of it way back about 3 or 4 years ago when I released it, but this was the Yangchuanosaurus. I noticed that some of the toy companies are coming out with a new Yangchuanosaurus this year, Safari Limited, apparently Papo, but I figured I'd just show you mine. And who knows, I may re-release it one day. I'll probably sculpt a newer, better version of him, actually. So, actually, before I sit down, I'll explain to you my collection on this side. So this long shelf here, you can't even see the end of. This is all Papo dinosaurs. I like Papo. They're highly detailed. They're good for reference. Good detailed muscle. Above that are these Safari Limited, different dinosaurs from Safari Limited. Some old Carnegie collection dinosaurs, just old stuff. So that's pretty much, and then of course the shelf directly behind me is my own stuff. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to show you guys one last cool thing, unless you guys have any other questions about any of my other sculptures or model kits, or any questions. If you guys have any other thing you want to ask me, now is the time, because I'm going to wrap this video up in the next 5 minutes or so. But I'm going to bring this huge guy in that I acquired off of a local buy and sell last weekend, and just show you how huge this guy is. Alright. So this is the T-Rex skull, which I got off a local buy and sell site for, well, all I can tell you is it was a steal, literally. Oh, I gotta move my YouTube guys back because it's so large. There we go. But yes, this is awesome. One of my new favorite pieces. I'm not sure what it's based on exactly. It looks to me kind of close to the one at the ROM, really. But it only had a couple of small broken teeth. So, oh, I got a question here that I will answer from YouTube. What's my opinion on Jurassic World? Well, I am such a massive fan of the original Jurassic Park that I was disappointed with it. Mainly for the fact that I didn't really like the hybrid dinosaur. I got used to it, like the Indominus Rex and stuff like that. And there wasn't enough scenes with new dinosaurs. I mean, with the technology we have now and how much cheaper it is compared to back then, I would have loved to see a lot more real dinosaurs. And I think that we didn't need the hybrid. I think we could have used a real dinosaur. I mean, it's close enough. Like even the Yangchuanosaurus right there looks fairly similar to it. So they could have used something like that in my view, and I would have been happy. I mean, it's a good movie. It's fun. But I'm hoping that with the new one, they take the series kind of back to some more realism and get it to where the original, like, I mean, Jurassic Park was, there was some science in it. I mean, the T-Rex is pretty much as accurate you could get for the time. You know, that's what scientists really believe for the most part. It was still a little exaggerated and stuff like that. But I think Jurassic World kind of dropped the ball a little bit. So... But it's a movie. It's got to draw in lots of people. It's not for, it's not just to draw in people like me who are like, oh, this isn't accurate, that's not accurate. I'm going to look at everything and just be like that. I'm going to be a critic because, as you can see, I love dinosaurs. When I sculpt them, I try to sculpt them as accurate as I can. But I do love Jurassic Park. I love the franchise, and even though Jurassic World wasn't my favorite, I'm still going to see the next one and still follow the series. So, do you have any thoughts?
Do you want this?
Oh, no, I'm good.
I'll eat it then.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, sorry. Some people didn't realize I was filming live, but that's okay. So, I just got another question, and I just got to see if I can pop it back up about feathers. My thoughts on the feathers. Actually, it's funny. I just saw somebody write today about feathers. And they were like, well, a paper came out early this year. All the big tyrannosaurs didn't have feathers. And so we're back to, scales. But that is not necessarily accurate. I got to read up about it actually because I did ask a paleontologist about it today after I read that, so that I've actually got some responses to that whole thing, so I got to go and read it. So maybe that's we'll get the skull back out and we'll have a talk about feathered tyrannosaurs. Chris, I noticed you were talking about maybe making a mold of it. I can't actually make a mold of this. Well, I'm not sure. I'd have to see because it is somebody's product. If it was just a base, then that would be different. Oh, have you ever thought to work with feathers? Okay, sorry, I missed the question. Thanks. Yes, I am working on a Therizinosaur with feathers right now. So I meant to bring that in and show that, but I will make another live video over the course of the next week, and we'll talk about feathered dinosaurs and the Therizinosaurus. But my opinion on feathers, just as it stands right now, is I think that some of the smaller tyrannosaurs would have had some feathers. The giant T-Rex, I could go with the fact that it didn't, and if it did, it was very limited in its feathers. Maybe Daspletosaurus would be the same. Some of the smaller Albertosaurs would be more feathered, especially like the Gorgosaurus, which lived in Alaska and stuff like that. Yeah, good point, Donna. Um, a comment on here saying that technically all the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park all across the movies are hybrids, using frog DNA and stuff like that. So that's definitely true, and that Jurassic World focused on a lot of the blatant greed that was hinted at in the other shows. So yeah, and so like I said, it was a good movie. I think the new one's going to be good. There's some plot details that have leaked, kind of. This one's going to expand what we thought we knew about Jurassic Park. We're going to find out something about John Hammond having a business partner who they're going to introduce in the next show and stuff like that. So that should be interesting. And again, hopefully we see the baryonyx, the Metalocanthosaurus, and some of the other that were listed in the original book. I'm hopeful for that. So so I think it's kind of cool. Now with this, just before I go, I'll say this: we got some questions here about thoughts and stuff like that, and which makes it like a video podcast, and I really enjoy doing that. So I think it'd be cool to get a podcast going. I've been wanting to do that for a while. So I think that that would be a good idea. I was thinking actually, there's one guy watching right now, Chris. He's also a sculptor, and he actually specializes in the Jurassic Park dinosaurs. He does some amazing work with that. So I was thinking of maybe teaming up with him and doing a video podcast once a week. So I'm not sure how we could send it out to YouTube and Facebook Live at the same time, but we could figure that out. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. If you'd like to see a kind of a discussion podcast about different dinosaur things, obviously we'd cover everything from Jurassic Park to sculpting techniques. That's especially why I'd want it to be a video a video podcast as opposed to an audio one, so we could talk techniques and show things and stuff like that, and kind of take feedback, and kind of make it better as we go along. So if you guys are cool with that, feel free to let me know. I don't know if Chris is still on, but if you are, Chris, we'll talk more about that. And so anyway, thank you guys for watching. I know this is a little bit shorter one. Head on over to the Dinosaur Dungeon Facebook page. Wendiceratops, available for pre-order. We only need a couple more to get that one made. So it's available for all you guys. And also Yangchuanosaurus, available now. Shanosaurus is also available now. If you get them both, you could make a really cool diorama. I sculpted them with that in mind. So, I mean, you can have them fighting each other, or chasing whatever you wanted. That's how they're designed, and also there's a Camptosaur. So, and I'm currently working on a Therizinosaurus, and also an Allosaurus nesting pair is in the very, very beginning stages, which we'll talk about next time. So anyway, thank you all for watching. To everyone on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And to those watching on my Facebook page, thank you guys so much for liking my Facebook page and following it. If anyone's not doing that that's watching, please do so. It helps out a lot. Thanks for watching the video, everybody, and we'll talk again soon. Have a good Saturday night, everybody. See you later.